How are we? Poseidon Racing. We're back on YouTube. I threatened it might happen, and here we are. Who knows? Maybe it's just one video. Maybe we'll do a couple more. Maybe not. Let's see. But it's been a little while since we did all those Z videos a couple of years back. But I've been lately playing a game called Photo Finish Live. I really enjoy it. The team is, they're an all-star team. The community is incredible. And as I said, I love and enjoy playing the game. With that being said, nothing is financial advice. Don't spend your money because I said this is a good place to spend your money, or do this or do that, because it's been proven a lot of the things that I say, or at least some of the things that I say, are inaccurate. Some are accurate, some are inaccurate. We're just sort of thinking out loud here, not meant to be taken as financial advice, of course. All right, what are we doing today? We're going to see if we can find some patterns. This will be the first time that I look into these patterns. We're going to look at sort of your mid to lower end graded horses in the A plus range. And I think this will be really, really helpful for some of the newer stables on smaller budgets that are like, oh, I can't breed a good horse. Well, what makes a good horse? I don't know, but we're going to try and figure that out today. All right, where are we? Now, I think it would be a good idea for you potentially to do more research, because I think we might only get through 5 or 6 horses today. And I don't think that's enough to really consider these patterns a thing. So I would want more data. You might want to go through and do a similar, grab a notepad and pen and do something similar yourself. And do 20 or 50 horses and see what patterns are really, really strong. But this will give us a little hint in any case. All right, so we are at gapdata.racing. Go there, you'll get on the home page, click on the menu, click Power BI, beautiful. Next page, click All Horses, beautiful. You get to this page, come over here to the grades, select whatever grade you want to research, in our case A+. I've then clicked P&L twice so that the horses are arranged from the highest profit and loss horses all the way to the lowest. And we'll look at the first 5, 6 or maybe more. Let's see how we go, how long it takes. All right, perfect. Off to the side of the screen, I have a little Excel sheet where I'm going to try and track the patterns. And some of the patterns that I'm looking at are, do the substats align with what my experience tells me is a good horse? Does it have high preferences? And that's the stars. I'll show you that in a moment. Do we see an occurrence of low rarity across these horses? Maybe, maybe not. Is PFP matching a thing? We'll have a look. Don't worry, I'll explain these as we go to a degree. Do the parents have a history of producing good foals? We'll look at that. Are the parents good racers themselves? Were they good racers themselves? Is that a thing? And then something I like to call race number, which gives us a little hint at whether our foals are maybe top of grade or maybe not top of the grade, all right? Because within each grade, A+, S-, S, S+, etc., C, B, all the way down there as well, you're not just A and it's all equal. There's sort of within A+, or within A, you might be at the lower band of that grade, or you might be at the higher band of that grade, and that counts as well when you're going and entering races, all right? So I got my Excel spreadsheet, we got the data, we got the horses that are the best, the most profitable. Now let's see if we can find patterns. All right, let's go. First one, Quantum Chaos. Now I'm bound to pronounce most of these names wrong. You can see 51 races, 23 wins, absolute monster in the A+ class. And straight up, these are the preferences here. All right, right to firm, boom, they're high. We got 2.5, 3, 2.5 out of potentially 3, 3, 3. Tick. We're going to tick high on the first horse in substats. In preferences. Now, substats is these numbers here. So the horses will need to be retired, obviously, and this one is, because you can see the substats. S start, A speed, S minus minus S minus A plus in temper. Now, looking at this, I've done some research here before, and this kind of combination, particularly the stamina finish heart being higher than the grade, 1 grade higher, S minus is 1 grade higher than A plus, lends itself to being a long distance horse, often. You can often sacrifice speed as long as your stamina finish in particular, and also maybe heart, are up, and that will lend itself to being a long distance. Now, I'm not 100% what start will do, because that start is a standout stat, what that will do. But if we click charts, was it a long distance runner? Scroll down here. Well, not particularly at 12, but yes 11, yes 10, yes 9. So it was mid to long. Okay, so maybe that strong start was sort of helping out in that mid-range as well, and then that strong stamina and finish was giving it, you know, the good long distance stats as well. Okay, so sub-stats, above grade, yes. In what I feel is a nice order. Okay. Rarity, blood rarity, click on bloodline. Now what I'm looking for here, you can see rarity like 90s, 230s, 400s, and up near 1500s. So I'm kind of like, is the really low rarities, like the sort of like below hundreds or even down at rarity number 1. And in this case, I'm going to say that it doesn't have a lot of rarity. I'm going to say that's a no. So I won't tick that. Matches. It looks like here we might have 3 or 4, and here we don't have many at all. So that's sort of like a it's on the border of what I would consider yes for matches. Okay, and then were the parents good races? We'll do that one next. And you can see 1 yes, 1 no. So we'll put that down as an orange. Put rarity down as a red, as a no. Matches down as an orange, as a maybe. Do the parents produce good foals? Okay, click on born to run here. Click on the progeny. We'll just have a quick scan down here. A couple of decent ones. That one there is nice, Adidas. That one there is pretty nice. That one there is really nice, Born Performer. Yeah, another really nice one. So there's another really nice one. So yes. Yes on the stud side. Go back to Bloodline here. Princess Chaos on the mare's side. Any history of producing good foals? Yeah, it's a pretty good one there. Okay one there. Oh, really nice one there, obviously. Well, that is Quantum Chaos. Okay, so beyond Quantum Chaos, a couple of okay ones. All right, so nothing absolutely phenomenal there. We'll give that orange as well. And then come back to Quantum Chaos, and we're going to look at race number or racer number. Now we need these stats here. And I can see it's going to be at least okay. So basically we add 1 for every stat above the global grade of what Quantum Chaos is, being A+, and we minus 1 for every grade below. So S minus is up 1, so we're 1. That's equal, nothing there. That's up 2, so we're up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, then we come down here. We minus 1, 6, minus 1, 5, equal. Minus 1, 4, equal, minus 1, 2, so we were 4, 3, 2. So it's a plus 2. So that's sort of neutral on orange as well. All right, so In this case, it looks like a mix of, or the strongest stats are the preferences, a big yes, right turf firm, very, very high, and the sub stats have aligned really, really well. We have got some matches. We got some well, we don't really have any great rarity. The lower rarities around sort of your 1 to 10s or even sub 100s. We've got that one horse there. Parents produce good foals. Well, Born to Run, yes. Princess Chaos, not so much. All right, so maybe that Born to Run influence is in there. Are the parents good races? One looks like maybe not. And the race number was roughly neutral around +2. You're looking for about, +8, +10 to have an influence. All right? Doesn't look like many patterns there, really. Next one, Warrior 1. Let's have a look. Big winner. 134 races, 30 wins, 23 seconds, 30 thirds. We would love that, wouldn't we? Okay. I think we'll give that a yes for preferences. All right. It's a little bit lower than the last one, but I still feel like that's a high preference horse. We'll give that a green. Substats. Well, what do you know? It's very, very similar to the last horse, isn't it? Where I said that, well, last time I said that you could sacrifice speed. Well, I'm led to believe you can sacrifice start and speed as long as your stamina and finish are high, and you will get potentially a long distance horse. And then the heart just helps you to race strongly in those bigger races with more horses. Let's have a look. Is this a long distance horse? The shape of the substats suggested it would be, and it is. Look at that, absolute banger long distance. All right, perfect. Okay, so substats, yes. Interesting. We're only 2 horses in, and I'm not sure if this is going to continue in this theme, but the substats or the way that the substats align is proving to be a bit of a pattern. Bloodline, rarity. Now, I don't expect rarity, as I say that, rarity 1 pops up here, but I don't expect rarity, the lower rarities around 1 and sub 100, to be overly strong in A+. They're much, much stronger up in your S grades and whatnot, but maybe they are filtering down here, which is cool. All right, so yes. Is that more than neutral? Like, knowing that these grades don't filter down into the A+ grades all that much, yes, I'm going to give that a yes. That we have a rarity 1 and a sub 100. I'm going to give that a green. Matches. It looks like we got 3 or 4 there. 1, 2. I'm going to give that a yes as well. Okay, and what, you're probably like, scratch your head, what are matches? Because I didn't explain that in the first horse. Okay, so you can see here we've got the green sweater on these cartoon pictures. We've got the Aviator Sunnies. We've got the same fur colour. That's 3. I think that might be all there. Here we've got the wizard hat. We've got the blue background. So that's at least 2. I'm not going to dive too deeply into this. I might be missing 1 or 2 matches here or there because I'm just sort of visually checking them. But they're the matches, if you can see those visual matches there. All right, good, good, good. Parents, do the parents have a history producing good foals? Have a look at their foals. Boom, pretty good. Not bad. Not great. Not great, but not bad. Potential there in the 7-1-1-1. Really, really good. Couple of unraced there. That's not great, that one. That one's pretty good. That one's not the worst. Okay, I can easily see here that, yes, it would seem that Zarath, if that's how you say it, I got no idea, has at least the potential of producing good foals and has nice aligned substats as well. All right, so that's a yes for me. Let's go back. What about the mare? Mares are a bit easier because they've only probably produced, 10 foals. That one's all right. Unraced, unraced. That one's not great. Not great. Okay. Very good. Pretty good. Very good. All right, so that's obviously the one we're looking at. But I would say, even if we remove Warrior 1, there's at least two others and a couple of okays there. So that's enough for me to give that the green tick. All right, are the parents, so let's go back again. Are the parents of Warrior 1 good races themselves? Yeah, and yeah, tick. And then race number. All right, remember A+, we're going to give a point for every subgrade above and minus for every subgrade below. And what this can do is just give you an idea. If you get a horse that's sitting like a +8 or 10, it just means that the grade they're in, they might be at the top of that grade. All right. So S is 2 up, S is 2 up, that's 4, that's 3, 7, 10, 12, 13 up. And then how many do we have to minus off? That's 2 down, so we're 11. 1 down is 10. That's neutral. 1 down is 9. 1 down is 8. 1 up is +9. So it's a big tick on the race number as well. +9 is very, very good. So no, maybe or maybe not, all greens is got to be a good sign, because these are all things that I think may contribute, and Warrior 1 gets the green ticks in all categories. All right, next. Nat Love. Similar to the last horse, it's not the greatest preferences in the world, but it's still pretty good. It's 8 out of 9. We'll give that a yes. Let's say 7.5 and above. As long as I wouldn't want any less than 5 in the first 2 categories. All right, but we'll give that a green. Perfect. Preferences, tick. Oops, I clicked substats. That should be preferences. Substats. I don't know what it is about these great A+ races, but they're all aligning pretty nicely. Oh, actually, this one isn't. This one doesn't align in a pattern that I'm familiar with. I was about to say it aligns, but having low stamina, but then high start, high finish, what does that mean? Does that mean this could be because I know that, so the patterns I'm generally looking for is high start, high speed above grade, so higher start and higher speed than what the grade of the horse is. And that tends to hint that a short distance sprinter, and then you've got stamina and finish is long distance. And then this one is start and finish. Does that hint at what? Maybe a mid runner, like 7, 8, 9? Anyway, that might be the theory. Let's have a look at the charts, see where it's been racing. Yeah, it looks like it did most of its running 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6, 7, okay. Yeah, so start and finish above grade, and then the heart's going to help there. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to give that a neutral on substats, and it might only because I'm not familiar with that particular pattern. High start, high finish, and heart. But, I mean, I could put heart down here too, couldn't I? Because, to be fair, all 3 of them have had high heart substat. All right, is that important? Maybe. Oh, we haven't finished. Rarity. Any rarity 1 or sub 100s? No, none at all. We're going to put that down as a red. And again, this might be just because A+ is sort of further down the grades and the rarity 1s are up around S's, so you might not see too many down there. Matches. Yes. All right, we've got, well, that might be the same blue suit. I think it could be the same fur colour, the same background, at least 3. And then we've got the same fur background. Oh, I'm not sure if there's another pattern there. That sort of heart shape here and here looks like maybe, so it could be 6. I'm going to give that a yes. Definitely a green on matches. Parents produce good foals. Well, let's go, are they good races themselves? No. I'm going to say they're neutral at best. Yeah, I think neutral's fair. Parents good race. Sorry, I'll put that in the wrong spot. Have they got a history of producing good foals? Let's do the mare first. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Pretty good. Really good, but that's the one we're looking at. Really good again. So yes, yes. Look at those ones there. And look, I would go to Nat Love and research these other foals. What combination is producing that? Because it might be the same. Or maybe there's a pattern within the combination itself that's showing up. But yes, on the mare side, yes. What about Patrick Bateman? Have a history of producing really good races? Nope, nope. Pretty good. More, I would say okay, okay. No, yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that's a nice one. No, yeah, okay, no, no. Yeah, really good, which is the one we're looking at. That's okay. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Yeah, it's okay. So not like ridiculously strong, but there are some really nice examples in there. And that just might be a case of this horse has potential if you get the sort of the right patterns. So I'm going to give that a yes. And then race number, let's jump back. What's the race number look like on this particular foal? We go to the bloodline. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good here. So that's a +1, neutral, -1, so we're 0, +1, neutral, +2. Neutral, neutral, that's a -2, so we're on 0. -1, 2, 3, so it's a -3, that's a no. It's a big red no. Right. So early days, 3 horses in, aligned preferences. Oh, sorry. The preference stars have all been high, and substats have 2 out of 3 have been aligned, with 1 I'm not sure about, and then heart's been high. Interesting. All 3. Dutch oven. Interesting name. All right. Preferences, big yes, 9 from 9. Easy. That one's an easy stat. Easy stat. Substats. It's not retired, so I'll leave that blank. So I can't check hard or substats. It's not retired yet. What a beast. Bloodline. Let's check. Rarity 1. Oh, definitely. Look at that. Rarity 1, 45, 131. Yeah, I'll give that a yes. It's got some rarity 1 in there. Matches. Yeah. So we've got the face masks. We've got at least 2 there. I think Lord Strange is a 4. This one looks to have at least 2, maybe more. So that's a big yes. Matches, yes. To the parents, other parents, good races? Yeah, reasonable and yes. I'm going to give that a yes. Parents produce good foals. Let's look at the mare first because that's easier. Decent. That's Dutch oven. Decent. No, no. Hard to tell. No. Decent. Yes. So yes, potential on the mare side to produce good foals. Maybe you need to align a few different things. Bad ivory. There's probably better ways of doing this. But for now, let's see any potential. Nothing much showing here. A couple of okay and lightly raced horses. This Dutch Oven's the standout. Other than that, look, some potential, but you know what? I'm going to give that a no. Well, the mare was pretty good, so I'll give it neutral. And then race number. Can't do race number either because we can't see that till it's retired. Oh, no, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay. A. It's plus 2. 3 is 5. 2 is 7. 3 is 10. Neutral. Minus 2 is 8. So it's not going to be that high. Minus 1 is 7. Neutral. Minus 2 is 5. Neutral. B is minus 4. So we're in the minuses. So that's a no as well. That one's not a lot of help because it's not retired, to be honest. We probably should stick to retired from now on. Dennis the Menace. Oh, it's just scraping in on substats. Oh, sorry, I get those confused. Preferences. Just scraping in on what I consider high. All right. Substats. Unusual substats in that we've got one big standout S plus here in stamina. So without the finish, I'm going to suggest that does finish contribute to the longer distances? Is this going to be like a marathoner, 11-12, with just standout stamina, just sort of grinding their way to these longer wins? I'm going to say, yeah, this is going to be more of a marathoner, but it might trip me up and it might be like a 9-10. Let's have a look. It's just a straight out 12 runner, really. I mean, it's pretty good from your mids up, but it loves 12s, all right, with that big standout stamina. So substats aligned, yep, I'm going to say yep. I think if I can guess round about where this horse should be, that means its substats, or where it would be successful, that means its substats are aligned. You know, I suppose I've got a 30% chance of getting that right between sprinter, mid-runner, and long distance. Heart? No. Give that a red. Under. Temper, yes. I mean, maybe if you think temper is important, you could be tracking that as well. Matches and rarity. Yeah, we're going to give rarity a tick. 7, 7, and 54. That's a tick in my book for low rarities. Green. Matches. Bunch here. At least two there. Another 2 there at least. No, 3. 5. Yeah, there's heaps, isn't it? And prime time, of course, has got 5, I think. So that's gazillion matches. Yep. Parents produce good foals? Or parents great races? No, yes. Okay, we'll give it neutral. 1 out of 2. With 2 out of 2 being a green and 2 out of 2 bad races being a red. Do the parents produce good foals? Let's have a look at Moon Racer, the filly, because it's easier. Won't be as many to look at. Okay, who knows? Not enough races. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, pretty decent. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah. It's only got one like absolute monster, but there's a heap of horses here that are pretty good. So that's a yes for the mare. Dennis. pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, not the worst, decent. Not enough races to tell, pretty good. So this is similar, like, you know, they're all pretty good. There's Dennis the Menace, which is the standout. But again, there's a lot that have potential, and maybe if you just align a couple of other things, which maybe this combo has or hasn't, I don't know. But there's a, yeah, okay, we'll give that a yes. Parents produce good foals, yes. And race number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 horses. We'll do another 3 or so. Dennis the Menace race number. Should be decent because we've got A+, S-, and the A+ grade. So neutral, up 1, up 2 is 3, neutral, 4, 5. It's not going to be great, although this horse is looks like above grade itself. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down 1, 8, down 1, 7, plus 7. Give it a big yes. It's not the strongest pattern, that race number, though. We'll talk about that in a moment. Close these. That one's racing still. We'll skip that. Flash. Preferences, yes. Boom. Now, if you've got a low preference mare, you can get to these high preferences in normally 1 to 2 breeds, depending how far off you are. If you've got like a 0, 0, 0, it might take 2 or 3 breeds, but if you've got like a 2, 1, 2, you can get up there pretty quickly. All right, preferences, yes. Substats. It's similar to the last one, isn't it? Where we've got a really strong heart, which might be getting us home, and then stamina. So I would assume it's going to have a similar chart pattern to the last one, where that stamina and the heart is just grinding it home to a whole bunch of wins. Interestingly, it never came third out of 51 races, but 22 firsts, 12 seconds. Is that stamina contributing to a like 12 furlong really good record? I'm going to give that a yes. Substats contributing. Substat alignment contributing? Yes. All right. What's next? Heart? Your big yes. Is it important? It's looking that way. Rarity, bloodline. What do we got? Any ones or lows? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Couple of 1s, couple of 7s, and 100? Yes. Remember, the official photo finish blog says matches are great, but rarity is better, or something along those lines anyway. Matches. Yeah, we got 5 there, and then 1, 2, at least 3 there, so I'll give that a yes as well. Good combination of matches and rarity, in my opinion. Are the parents good racers? No, Prime Dynasty. And Last Wood is okay. So I'm going to say they have potential, but not great. So orange. Do the parents produce great foals? Let's look at the filly first. Decent, decent, decent. Not enough races. Flash, is that who we're looking at? I imagine it is. Very good. And then decent. So again, similar pattern to the last one, where one standout being the monster we're looking at, with decent, several other decent ones. Prime Dynasty. Yeah, very good there. Pretty good there. Decent there. Another decent one. You know, these horses, they're at least going to be close to breaking even. Not enough races. Not enough races, really. Not that great. Not that great. Not that great. Not that great. Decent. 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 Actually, that one's pretty fine, to be honest. 12 out of 57 is really, really nice. Decent. Yeah. I'm going to give it a tick as It's got the potential. Right, and we are seeing some pretty decent patterns here, to be honest. Let's do another. We'll finish this one off with race number, and then we'll. Oh, where are we? We're on the wrong horse. Yeah, it should have a good race number here. So A plus, that's 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14. How many of those can we hold? Neutral, neutral. Down 1, 13, down 1, 12, neutral. Down 3, plus 9. That's a big yes. It's not looking like the most important stat, that race number, that's for sure, but does it contribute? Well, I would suggest at this early, we've only looked at 6 or 7 horses here. I would suggest myself that it might be a bonus factor. If you're looking on the marketplace, for example, then something that fits some of these other categories and has a high race number, yeah. Firewalker. Boom, preferences, that's easy. These monsters all tend to have high preferences. Align substats. Yes, from a sprinter perspective, start and speed, it might be more around, because it doesn't have the high start, it might be more around the 5-6 range. And then no stamina, no finish. Heart is a neutral, as in the same as the grade of the horse. Before I tick substats, we better check, is this horse most successful over the shorter, maybe out to 5-6? Bingo, bang, straight on it. It's mostly run at 5-6 by the look of it, and 7, with some success at also 4 and 8. I mean, you could run through the individual races yourself and see where the wins are, but pretty happy with that. Tick that green. Rarity. Bloodline. I'm going to say no for rarity because we don't really have those low rarity 1s or sub 100s. We've got one around 100, but yeah, no. Matches, yes. We've got 2 really high matched horses here. This one could even be like 4. Background, sweater, coat colour. Are they both winking? Maybe. 4 there, and there's another 1 background, 2 coat colour, at least 2 there. So yep, matches are a yes. Parents produce, or are they good races? They're solid. I'm going to give that. Oh, I think that's good enough for a yes myself. Just. Parents good races. Parents produce good foals. Betty White knocking out good foals. Decent. Okay. Firewalker's the one we're looking at. That's a yes. That's a yes. Yeah, it's a yes. Potential. Yeah, that's a straight up yes. Betty White. Whoever the owner of Betty White is. Miami Nation RT. Beautiful foal for knocking out, these lower grade races. Beautiful. I need to look at my own lower grade horses in this manner. Make sure I don't sell the good ones. So yes, what about Dirty Harry? Decent. Not really. Maybe not enough races. Yes, good. Yeah, potential. Yeah, there's a lot of decent ones. Maybe they just haven't quite aligned. That's Firewalker who we're looking at. There's another good one. Yep. Definitely a lot of potential. Another good one. I just saw flash past there. That one there. When Lambo. Another good one there. Yeah, okay, absolutely. Parents produce good foals, yes. Really interesting stats coming up here. Really, really interesting. Let's go back, check out the race number, and then we'll do one more, and then we'll have a look at the stats, and then it'll be up to you guys at home. So this won't be a good race number because you can see A plus grade here with an A plus and an A. It's likely to be minus. So S minus is up 1, neutral up 2, neutral, neutral up 3, and then neutral down 1, 2, 3, 4, and a neutral. So that's -1, so that's a no. Interesting stats, interesting stats. Let's close that. One more. Here we go. William H. Preferences, yes. It's a clean sweep on greens on the preferences. Substats, love it. This is just a beautiful sprinter setup for mine. You've got the high start, high speed, a little bit of finish, which I like on my sprinters, plus the heart, and then sacrifice temper and stamina. I love that shape. I'm saying on the charts, this will be a sprinter. Most likely for mine, 4-5. Maybe a little 6-7. How interesting. All right. Well, the charts seem to suggest maybe 5, 6, 7, and 4 wasn't that great. Races. I'd love to be able to filter these so they would just show 4s. You've got a third. Where are the wins at? Got 25 wins. There's one at 5. One at 6. One at 6. One at 6. One at 5. One at 6. Yeah, so they're coming at 5s and 6s. Maybe that little bit of finish is just tipping it towards that extra 1 grade up. I'm not exactly sure. I can't explain that. But I'm happy with that being a yes for substat alignment. I didn't exactly perfect pick it, but I pretty much picked it. It's certainly not a mid-runner at your 7, 8, 9s. Okay? Heart? Yes. Rarity? Now, although this doesn't have any rarity ones, you do have 124, 151, 131. So it's rarer than most A pluses probably. So I will give that a yes. It's not the most obvious one. Matches. Doesn't look to be many in there. And then you've got at least 1, 2. So I'm going to say no on that one. Most A pluses bred well will have more than 2. Okay? So no. Are the parents great racers? No, they've got potential. I'm going to give that neutral. Interesting how that stat itself is lined up. Do these foals or parents produce great foals? Not really. Potential, not enough races. Yes, there's a good one. Or at least a half decent. There's another good one there. Might be the one we're looking at. Oh, no, it's not. Potential. Yes, another good one. So yes from the mare side. Give that a definite yes. What about on the stud side? Potential, not enough. But, okay, at least they're winning a couple of their early races. Yeah, potential early signs. Yeah, pretty good without being great. Yeah. There's enough potential there to say this horse produces pretty decent foals. It's not producing monster after monster after monster, but there's a lot of, pretty decent ones in there that are winning races. with the odd really nice horse like this one here, that one's pretty good. Yeah, absolutely, that's a yes. Producing good foals? Yes. Race number, anything? Probably not, to be honest. So this stat is certainly not that important. Let's run it anyway. So +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7. Down 1, so 6, neutral. Down 2, so 4, neutral, neutral. Down 1, so +3. Nah, not really. I mean, we'll give it a neutral. Might have got that last one wrong. Should that have been a neutral? Yeah. Maybe. That's why you don't follow me for financial advice, because I might get things wrong. Let's do one more. Racing, divine skills here. But do a bit more on this and move it up. Have a look at what your S grade, if the S grade horses are kind of doing the same. I'm going to give this a yes, even though, so what are we at here? 2, 4, 6, 7. I'll give it a neutral on substats, that one. But I kind of like the two, and these are the two most important, the left and the turf, or the right and the dirt, the first two. I can get away with understanding how this last stat is not 3 stars or 2.5 stars. Yes. Now, are the substats aligned? Yes, I believe so. So this would be a mid runner in my opinion, because you got the really nice start, really nice speed, which lends itself to a sprinter. But then you've got that really good standout S, stamina, which could even lend itself to sort of, the higher end races. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably mid to high, like an 8, 9, 10-ish. Let's have a look. Charts. Yeah, it's pretty close. I said 8, 9, 10. It looks to be a 7. Standout 8, 9 type runner with a bit of 7. That's a tick for me on aligned substats. Heart was a big fat no, wasn't it? Yeah, Heart's a big fat no. Rarity, any like ones or low? Yeah, so we got a 1 in 100. Yeah, that's a yes, given it's only got those 4 horses for genetics. That's a yes. Oh, green. Matches. There's 1 or maybe 2, but I'm going to say that's a no. Parents produce good, well, first of all, are they good rate? Well, there's not really enough to suggest they are or aren't, to be honest. So we'll give that a neutral. Parents produce good foals. What's this A- been doing? Knocking out good races. That one's pretty nice. That one's okay without being special. That one's really nice. Yeah, don't have to even look at it anymore. That's a yes. Aqua egg clips. Let's have a look. Well, not enough races, but yeah, there's one there. 2 for 2 seconds, another one there. Yeah, absolutely. This thing's been knocking out good races. And is it because of these aligned stats? Maybe. So yes. And then race number. Should be okay. Probably about neutral. So 2, 5, 8, 10, 13, 14, and then -2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's a +4. It's neutral, maybe slightly above neutral. All right, this is what we got. So race number, pretty neutral. You can see there's roughly equal amount of greens, reds, and oranges. So we'll give that an orange as a neutral indicator. Parents good races. It's slightly like, let's give it a light green. Matters, seems to matter a little bit. This one is like, do the parents produce good foals? That is like, now keep in mind we've only done like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10 horses, but you got 8 out of 10 there that the parents are producing good foals. So that is a key indicator for mine at this early stage. Do some more research. Next one down, matches. I would give that a green as well. Seem to be important in the majority of the great races. Rarity, having that low rarity blood seems to also be important. Preferences, big green tick. Substats aligned, big green tick. All right, you might want to do, in fact, we might do another video and I'll talk about the different shapes of the substats and how they align to different grades. All right, and then heart. I'll give that a light green. I'm not sure if it's overly important. All right, so for mine, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main stats you want. Preferences, that's easy. Get those stars up. We're all trying to breed those stars up to 3 stars if we can. Substats aligned. So are your substats, are the horses you're breeding going to potentially give you a foal with aligned substats that will suit sprinting, marathon or mid-racing? All right. Rarity 1 breeding. So the lower that number that I was showing you there of the rarity seems to contribute to good racing genetics, at least via this small data set. PFP matches, big tick as well. Get those matches going. If you can get rarity and matches, beautiful. Parents that produce good racing foals, big tick. Don't, well, by all means waste your money on whatever you want, but if you're buying a mare and it's got a breeding history, or maybe that's even not the worst idea, buy mares that do have a breeding history, and have they been producing at least that baseline of winners? You know, where you got those horses that are at least around 20 races with 3 or 4 wins, or 50 races with 9 or 10 wins, somewhere around about there, or even 5 or 6 wins, you know, something that can win. And then maybe breed it with studs that are also producing races. And there's some places on the Photo Finish site where you can check out studs that have high earning foals. Parents are good racers themselves, doesn't seem to matter dramatically, and the race number theory looks like a good bonus stat. You know, if everything else is aligned, I would no longer be buying foals based on that race number. Right? It doesn't seem to be all that important. It may help, but unless you have all these other things, maybe it's not that important. All right, sweet. Okay. I hope that helped. Go and do some more research yourself. And lastly, before I go, if you're new and thinking of signing up to Photo Finish, use the referral code Poseidon and then get in touch with me on Discord or Twitter. Give me a message and I'll set you up with a free racing colt. All right, get you started. And there's also, if you race 20, if you're a brand new stable, sign up to my referral, get your free colt. If you race 20 or more paid races, message me again. I'll send you a filly as well. All right, sweet as. See you next time. Bye for now.